Hi guys, it's Belle here. Welcome back to the World of Boo. I'm coming on today for a flip through of my new journal. This is my design team project for Release the Crafting for the month of April. No, May. I've forgotten what month we're in. For the month of May. And this was quite an interesting kit because it's a spring themed kit that she's made, but it's not your traditional spring kit. It's I think she calls it Withering Spring on her website. I kind of think of it as creepy spring, so it's got a few unusual spring-like things, but I actually think it's the perfect kit for the moment because spring is a bit unusual this year around the world. With everything that's happening. So I actually think this kit is quite perfect for those of us who, might like to work with the alternative theme and yet pretty at the same time. So anyway, without much ado, this is Anna. So named because this kit really reminded me of a dear friend of mine. So this is Anna. And unlike my last two journals, design team projects that have been hardbacked, I wanted to do something a bit smaller, and I wanted to do a soft cover and go back to a soft cover that I like. So this is all fabric with wadding. So it has this nice squishy type of feel, and it's only the one signature. Still got lots of fabric and a few dangles on this one, and you've got this beautiful flower fabric. So on the front and the back I put some lace, stitched around the whole thing but left some frayed edges. Put some lace front and back. This one's sewn on a bit wonky, but you know, there you go. And then I've been making lots of snippet rolls, so I actually trimmed one of my snippet rolls down and attached that to the front as well. I just really like all the texture that gives, and stitched on these two big buttons. Lots of pinks in this kit, lots of greens and blues, but also some blacks and stuff you wouldn't expect. And then here on the edge we've got fabric trims and some bead dangles, which I will show you when we get to them. And it's held together by some sari silk in green, and this sort of, sorry, trying to open it now, this really lovely sort of pale pink fluffy ribbon. So it's got plenty of room to grow in this one. So let's open her up. So as I said, I'm wadding here and then just plain kind of canvas in it. As I said, you'll see some skulls and things in this that you wouldn't necessarily see, but I really love it. I love this page. So this is the front page. One of the pages inside. I love these drops. Look gorgeous. Little flower page, the purple to pick up the purple leaf down there. Used lots of stitching in this kit. Little patchwork pocket. There's her name tag. And this is one of the tags that comes with the kit. You see you've got little millipedes and things on that. Lots of different dyed pages in blues and greens and pinks and tea dyeing and all sorts. A pocket. Used some sprays on this one, and I've used a lot of this trim throughout. It's like this different multicolored leaf trim that I thought went really well. Let's try and get this more in shot. Here we go. This side I've made a pocket and used some of the paper from the kit to sort of line it, and then I've used more of the paper from the kit, and you get this sheet of embellishment with the kits as well. It's a bit smaller to some of our other kits, but actually there's still tons in there. I think there's something like 3 pages of tags and page of ephemera and that. So I've made this journaling card just to put in there. Some hand-dyed lilac doily. Some tea stain paper, but I'll just see if you can pick that up. You see that shine on there? I used some Nuvo sprays that I've got, some Nuvo mica. It was a pale pink, so you mainly just see the shimmer. And on here we have this particular charm that I love. I love the multicolour on there. Looks like sweets. Very spring-like. It's there. Little fabric embellishment down there. Another page from the kit with a millipede and these beautiful flowers and pops of purple in the background. More flowers and eyes. This is some handmade paper that I had. Some more of that trim. Bit of ledger paper. I had this napkin that has succulents on it in blues and pinks and stuff I really like, so I've used that throughout. Some decoupage, one of my hand-dyed blue sheets paper with sort of blotches of pink. This is a glassine bag that's in here, so I've decoupaged the napkin on that side but left it plain so you can just kind of see the image of the tag through it. And this was one of her larger tags that I kind of trimmed down to make a journaling card. Again, dyed paper on the back, and that just peeks at us from there. A bit like spring, you can't always see, you just get a hint of what's coming up. Use one of the pages on this here. Another one of my hand dyed pages with doily outline. This is a page from a vintage book, and it's about periwinkles. And then there's this little envelope in here with some decoupaging, die cut, put some of the trim on the back. The envelope's open. Open it up and it's got lots of bits inside. There's some of them embellishments, and that's just clipped on. This is another one of the tags from the kit. Now, this kit actually comes with super large tags, which I'll show you, because if I turn the page, this is the size that the tags actually are in the kit. And so I've done two sizes of them. I've printed some out in the large, and I've made some slightly smaller. So really like that one with the sort of body with the wings on the back. I like it. And there's another little charm. It's a little pink stone skull on that one. And then on this side was this larger one. Now, I think this is my favourite tag in the kit, and specifically because it really puts me in mind of what's happening at the moment, because you've got all this spring all around, but then you've got this plague doctor down here, and it's doing the ring a ring of roses, pocket full of posies rhyme. And it, well, you know what's happening in the world at the moment. I don't have to go into details, and it kind of, that tag is, I think, perfectly sums up the kind of spring we are having. It's another one of the pages. Love how bright and pink this one is. And then on the other side, the little spider. There are a few spiders in here, guys, so if you don't like them, I'm sorry, there are some in the kit. It's another vintage flower page that I have. And on this side, actually, it has a poem that was written about the Queen Mother's visit to the Chelsea Flower Show in 1955. It's a really lovely poem, actually, for the person who gets this kit. This journal, another pink page with splotches. There's that skull again for one of the pages. One of my dyed pieces and fabric embellishment. This is a fabric flip. I love adding fabric flips to my journals, as you probably will know if you've watched me for a while. And it's just sort of patched work on different fabrics. Trying to think, there was a page that's really like covered in shiny. Is it that one? Might be a different one. Anyway, we'll see when we come to it. This is some handmade paper. Sorry for the flip through there. And it's actually got some dried flowers, and it's in this kind of lilac colour, so that's really nice, like that. Some more of the page from the kit. I just sort of ripped some and added them throughout, and I think it's given it a really nice effect. Use some more sprays there. This opens up. Again, use part of the page from the kit to sort of just give a decorative edge. And this is the middle signature. So this is probably my favourite page in the whole kit. I just love the colours, and it's got this little bat here, which is really cute, and a little skull down here, but then you've got all these petals, and I really love it. So yes, love this page. And it says, you strange, you almost unearthly thing, which I just love. And in the middle, we've got these two little dangles, which glitter, and they're in pinks, purples and greens. See the other side. It's another tuck spot here, and this was, I wanted a smaller journal for this kit, so I'd printed the pages out in several different sizes, and this I printed out really small. It was only about that big. It was far too small, but I cut it down and used it as a journaling card in the kit. Waste not, want not. A bit more of the paper there, more of that beautiful trim. Really love it. Some more of that hand dyed paper and some of these splotches dyed on there, and they come through the other side, and I love that effect. Little fairy down here, scrappy embellishment. And this was the rest of the fabric trim that's actually on the front of the journal. So this was what was left of it, and I've got it sticking out of the book as a tab. I used this as a belly band, and we've just got a postcard in there. It says on the back, if I had a single flower for every time I think about you, I could walk forever in my garden. I think that's beautiful. And that just says, be you bravely on there. These are 2 little scrap booklets so that they can be ripped and used in the actual journal if the person wants to. So I've been doing some embossing, and there's some scraps of the papers left that I've used, more embossed, hand-dyed paper, more embossed. This one I love the feel of it. It's one of those hand wipes, and I was using it when I was inking because I got it all over my fingers. Some of it's still there, and then they dried, and it's a gorgeous texture, so I love that. And then just some other papers, a bit of fabric, so these scraps can come off and be used. There's that vintage book page. Another gorgeous picture. Just love the contrast between the gorgeous rose and the caterpillar and ladybird, and then the eyeball in the background. Just think it's really quite cute. And here is another large tag. You see the size of these? They're wonderful, lovely large tags. That goes in there. And then this is another beaded embellishment, which is all beautiful. It's got a little purple flower on the bottom, and a scrappy embellishment that I had. It's more the vintage page. This is it. This is the page I was looking for. So I went really hard on the Nuvo spray on this one, and it's giving it this kind of mottled effect that I really love, and the page feels really good too. So yeah, I like that. Some hand dyed, some paper from the kit. It's another journaling card. This was another tag that I cut down to make a journaling card. Again, that just pops in the glassine bag, and you can just kind of see it poking through. And decoupage there. Little fabric pocket. We've got this. This is the smaller version of that Plague Doctor tag that I showed you earlier. And a simple guest check decorated. And this has got a pale green background, the guest check. So it kind of went along with the kit. Open up some ledger paper, handmade paper. I feel like I'm missing something, that I haven't shown you something. Hold on. Here. I don't know why I flipped past this. This is one of the large tags, but I've attached it so it opens up. I don't know why I missed that page. I must have shown it because I was showing the handmade paper. But there you go, never mind. There's the other eye. It's gorgeous. Look how bright that is. Really beautiful. Some more spraying and the rainbow trim, and that lilac hand-dyed doily there. And then this flips out again to write in. And then on the other side we have one of the tags that I've made smaller. And then this charm, actually, try and get this a bit closer. I had some shrink plastic that I haven't used in a while, so I die cut out a little skull, which I've used through the book, and then coloured it in. Come on, focus. And that is that one. In fact, you'll see this now because I've used a little Tim Holtz pocket. I've used a web embosser and then gone over it with ink, but this is actually the die cut skull, and that is it as a shrunk down charm. You can actually still see everything on there. So I really like that effect. I like the colour of it as well. So that's good. So in this pocket, we've got a die cut skull. We've got some, this is all ephemera from the kit, all these pieces. So a really good selection of ephemera. And then this little one that I really love, that I've trimmed around this with some little scissors. I'll put all those back in a minute. Another page from my flower kit, and this is the back of the page. Those beautiful like water drops, and the back page has the flowers with the spiders, because I don't know about you guys, but at the moment my garden is full of little baby spiders starting to yes, make their way in the world and in my garden. So yeah, so this is Anna. A creepy spring kind of single signature soft journal. So I really enjoyed working with this. Like I said, I really think the kit is it is perfect for what's happening at the moment, with the kind of spring that we are having, which is both beautiful, but there is lots of darkness happening amongst it. Anyway, so let me know what you think down below, guys. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and please subscribe if you again, if you like the video and you haven't already. Let me know what you think about the journal. How do you feel about the mix of the creepy with the spring? It's not everybody's style, but I think this kit actually, it does it really well. So let me know. And have you guys used shrink plastic before? Have you used it? What projects have you used it in? Love to hear your comments as always. Just leave them down below, and I'll leave all the details of where you can find this kit and my own Etsy shop down below as well, and where you can find me on Instagram. And I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and wherever you are, I hope you are safe and you are happy. So many blessings. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye. Sorry for the nudge.